your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us as always. We begin with a look back at the unveiling of affordable homes in the second phase of the National Housing Trust's Boddentown location. The homes are built on a 10-acre site where 20 other homes were constructed back in 2012.
At the moment, 10 of the 16 homes are occupied. The 16 homes were built at a total cost of $2.5 million, which was funded by revenue from sales of previous NHDT homes. I want to say, as you all have probably heard me say before, in 1999, I tried to get an affordable home, and I went to the bank. At the time, the houses were going for $104,000, and I was only able to qualify for $96,000. And I can tell you now, because it's almost been 20 years that I cried that day. So I know the importance of young Caymanians coming, trying to seek that piece of this rock in their beloved home, the Cayman Islands. I know the importance of not being able to meet the criteria to get one of these affordable houses. And there's other persons here in this very same crowd who tried to get one of the affordable houses who could not qualify at the time. I want to thank the board, the National Housing Trust, for doing their research and trying to ensure that the houses, as we continue to build, are better quality, and that we did our research to try to ensure that persons could afford what we're offering.
Again, eligible Caymanians will occupy the newly constructed homes, which are being sold for $110,000 for a 2-bedroom and $125,000 for a 3-bedroom. Eligible applicants must be first-time homeowners who earn below a specific income level. Well, Premier the Honourable Alan McLaughlin and the Cayman delegation in the United Kingdom gathered with over 200 friends and associates at the Institute of Directors in London for the annual Premier's Dinner last Thursday. During his speech, Premier McLaughlin had this to say.
We have grown from essentially a fishing village economy when I was born to the cosmopolitan nation that we are today, with the best economy in the region. We are a very different country than we were a short 60 years ago. But at our core, many things have remained the same. Principal among these are a love for our 3 small islands and our appreciation of our British connections.
A Premier's office press release tells us the event is an opportunity to network and thank business and political partners, associates and friends who've taken an interest in or have worked with the Cayman Islands government in the UK throughout the year. Now, the Premier's office says it is also a valuable opportunity for the Premier to update an engaged audience about the current state of affairs here in the Cayman Islands and the recent JMC meetings with the UK government ahead of the London office. Meantime, head of the London office, Mr. Eric Bush, added that it is extremely important for the Cayman Islands government in the UK to develop and retain relations with a cross-section of public, private and political partners. And this is our opportunity, he says, to harness and foster these relationships. Also in attendance were former governors Dinwiddie, Owen and Taylor. Meantime, the Department of Vehicle and Driver's Licensing, in partnership with the e-Government Unit, the Computer Services Department, and the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, is enhancing its customer service with the introduction of text message reminder services and a new mobile app. The online service can be found on both the DVDL's website, dvdl.gov.ky, or on the e-services portal, eservices.gov.ky. Minister of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, the Honourable Joseph Hughes, says he's thrilled to see these new enhanced customer services initiatives come into play. Government wants to ensure that we find more ways to save our people time and hassle, and these new offerings provide them with that needed convenience and efficiency, he adds. Now, DVDL has begun to send customer service reminders messages when their vehicle licensing is coming due for renewal. The text messages will be sent up to 3 times leading up to the expiry date, starting on a month before. We're excited to roll out this service because it's one that customers have been asking for, says DVDL Director Mr. David Dixon. Everyone has busy lives, and sometimes these things slip our minds, and this is just a way for us to help make life a little easier for our customers. Again, the websites are dvdl.gov.ky or eservices.gov.ky to find out more information on the new service. And that ends today's news update. If you missed it, you can catch it on the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining me, wishing you a wonderful and, of course, a very safe night, and hoping you'll join me back here again tomorrow. Until then, though, bye-bye for now.
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has 2 deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.